presented by California Pizza Kitchen. Visit them today at the Holiday Resort Hotel.
Hafa day, everybody. I'm Sabrina Salas Matinani, and welcome to another episode of In the Mix. It's a project that has been years in the making, but with perseverance and dedication, their dream finally became a reality.
This is history in the making. You know, we chased this for about 5 years, and with the recruitment of my party here, it's reality today. It's great to be a part of this. It's truly history in the making because it hasn't been done in a long time.
Something I think of this scope and this magnitude hasn't been attempted, and this, I really need to express that this has been very humbling, a very humbling experience.
Meet John Damian and brothers Dave and Phil Sablan. They're celebrating the completion and unveiling of their exhibit, Tana Lotla y Tinigu Antigo y Peskadot, Ginen y Islas Marianas, or Revival of the Ancient Deep-Sea Fishing Practices of the Mariana Islands. It was a project they've been chasing after since 2013, and in 2017, they finally received funding.
There were 2 grants that were written. One was to, first of all, to research via private collections, via Guampedia and the museum, to look at all the artifacts and get some the specifics so we can replicate and then we can reproduce. So that was one grant, to create all the fishing implements, the trolling lures, the octopus lures, the gorge hooks, the sinkers, the poyu, the tumming stone, which is only found in the Mariana Islands, according to our research. So that was one grant that was submitted by John Damian here. And then the second grant that was funded also through CAHA was to build a 14-foot sailing canoe. We kind of were overzealous, and we built actually a 17-foot, 9-inch sailing canoe. And she's sitting outside ready to go to Rhoda.
Over the past several months, they've been working on the project to prepare it for its recent debut at the Outrigger.
It didn't really take us as long, because we're using modern materials. But the thing that did delay us was the weather, the typhoon. I mean, at my house, I still have mango trees down and stuff like that. But
it's good that you touched on that, because this was the concept of building the canoe as well. We wanted to take or use modern methods and technique, but take a traditionally designed canoe and use modern technique and materials because it's strip length. And our whole concept was, instead of cutting down 10 trees to build one canoe, maybe one tree can build 10 canoes. And we need to especially thank Mr. Frank Cruz, actually Uncle Frank of Tossie, because again, without him, all the material came from him. They started this project, which inspired us in 2013, and we chased it, and we're fortunate that they donated a big part of the materials for us to complete the canoe. So we didn't use any we wanted to save on our limited natural resources. So what we did is we did the modern technology, and all the wood came from actually the Philippines in Cebu. It's beautiful wood quality, so we did strip planking and we did fiberglass and epoxy resin.
Once it was finished, it was time to name her, and it was unanimous.
very humbling. I mean, we've been through a lot, but I'll share with you one thing that he came up with the name for one of our canoes.
Thank you.
Because our parents are originally from Sumai, so our canoe now is named Sumai. And then what we would like to do is, like, for the other canoes, we would like to name them after people that were a big influence on Sumai. Yeah, so
a lot of the matriarchs.
Yeah.
And it's when he came up with that idea, I was just all choked up because we owe it to them. And it's unfortunate, our situation now. When we first came here in the 70s, my dad brought us here. My mother's from Hawaii, but she was kind of brought up here as well with us. We grew up down in Sumai. I was a military dependent, so my dad brought us down there and he pokside us down there. I would go fishing and go octopus hunting and catch land crab, azuzu, all down from Sumai to San Luis, to Gab Gab, to Palo, Oroti. That's where we grew up. But today I can't even go on base because of the occupation. So for us to honor them, because that is a village that no longer is, and that was a very prominent village. Although Hagåtña was the capital, that was really the town because of the Pan Am Clippers and all that.
1, 2, 3. Viva Chamorro. Thank you so much.
Aside from the unveiling of their project, the trio also exhibited the work from 2 local artists.
One artist is Dr. Patricia Timinglo, and she's actually showcased her work. She's part of our core group of artists. And she actually she depicted the actual usage of the fishing implements. She has the octopus lures and the octopus chasing or attacking the lures, and then she has the trolling lures with the tuna all in a feeding frenzy. And then we have Lance Osborne, my godson, who has something of a more cartoonist, more animated caricature. And it also showcases the seafaring and the deep sea fishing of the Mariana Islands, but through cartoon caricature, or through animation, I should say. This is kind of like his really big debut, and we're really excited, especially for him, that we could assist him in this.
From here, Damian and the Sablans plan on applying for more grant funding, this time to document the use of their traditional fishing implements and take sumai out trolling.
Congratulations, John, Dave, Phil, Dr. Tinigu, and Lance. Stay tuned. In the Mix continues after the break.